Hey guys, welcome back. I want to talk to you about something that I get asked a lot, and I think there's confusion. But before I do that, I wanted to. I went and checked my PO box this weekend, and I appreciate so much all those who send me postcards or cards, letters, or different things. But I did have one, a faithful sub of mine. She makes homemade Christmas. Oops, I almost dropped it. Ornaments. I don't know if you can see that. It's so shiny. I just love it. Teresa Sag, she's on here. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much. I do. I appreciate everything I get in my just sweet little cards and notes. Just appreciation. And this makes all this worthwhile. I'm glad I'm helping others, and they send me sweet little notes. I appreciate it. So today I want to talk about probiotics and prebiotics and what each of them is and why we need both. Most people, they'll take a probiotic in a supplement, and you can take prebiotics in a supplement. I've taken both at different times. I usually get most of my prebiotics from foods, and why I do also with probiotics, I tend to take a more of a supplement for that. And I will talk to you about which brands I recommend or I use myself. No, I'm not affiliated with anyone, but it's brands that I trust and use and have good results with. So with, probiotics, we think about that, and that's our good bacteria, right? And that is probiotics are living bacteria and yeast. They're the good ones, that we need. And they're usually found in your intestinal tract system, which helps balance out the bad bacteria. Now with that good and bad, that is why if you are on or taking antibiotics, but not just antibiotics, a lot of over-the-counter and prescription medications will destroy and kill and throw off your good bacteria. That's your probiotics in your stomach. That's why a lot of times if you get something, they'll say, oh, just eat some yogurt if you're taking an antibiotic. Well, it has to be the right kind of yogurt, and it has to be a good amount and the right timing when you take that, because you can take, a supplement or foods or, yogurt, kefir, all those type of things for your probiotics, but there's like a 2-hour window if you take it within this antibiotic or certain other prescription medicines or over-the-counter medicines. Different things will throw that off. As soon as you're just killing it, it kills it as soon as you put it in there. So the timing of that, even with colloidal silver, you don't take your colloidal silver within 2 hours of taking a probiotic, because it's going to kill that off. So keep that in mind. And with the whole thing, if your bad bacteria, if that gets too high and you don't have any good bacteria in that bad bacteria, it'll take over. That is when people get what is called C. diff, and that is horrific. I had a kiddo when they were very young that had that, and it happened very quickly from about 2 doses of antibiotic, because that's just not something we did, and it was bad, and that can be very dangerous. I won't get into all the details of that, but that's why you have to keep that good bacteria on. So now on their own, probiotics can be limited, and they're limited because they can die off easily, and they have to be fed something. They have to keep themselves alive as well, and that's where prebiotics can come, that's where they come into play, what they do. And so you either get that from foods, and of course I'm going to go over different foods for each, or you take a prebiotic a supplement as well. So we need, like I said, we need the prebiotics to help feed the probiotics. And so different things you think probiotics. Now I do supplements. Klaire Lab makes a fantastic one. And I have another one that's Aspire Nutrition. It's great. It's a 5-in-1. It has extra stuff like A, C, and zinc and different things. So you need to make sure if you get one that has extra vitamins or things added, you're not overdoing, like, if zinc or vitamin A is in there, because they're in some of them, which is fine. You just make sure you don't take another, get too much of that. Now with a good true probiotic, it has to be cold. It has to be kept cold. It cannot be shelf stable at a store when you get it. It's a live bacteria. It has to be kept cold in the refrigerator. So if you're buying it at shelf temperature, or it can sit at your house at shelf temperature, it is garbage, in my opinion. You can't, that's not how that works. And I I'll drop the links for the ones I get or whatever. But you don't have to use those. I'm not affiliated with them. Those are the ones I will say if I use them and have results and I like them and trust them, I'll recommend. I don't put my name or recommendations on things I just don't know about or I don't use myself because I'm just not going to do that. Other things, yogurt. When we talk about yogurt, I always recommend like something like a Greek yogurt. You can have like vanilla or plain, but if you're using it for this, not just I'm having this as a snack or my breakfast or, anything like that, you don't get things that have a lot of, added stuff, even the added fruit, because usually that fruit is like, it's not just like fresh fruit. Add your own fresh fruit to things like that. It's going to be a lot healthier because those are usually in a syrup with a ton of sugar and you're feeding the wrong things if you do that. Kefir, I talk about kefir all the time, is drinking that. I drink it every day. Miso, I've talked about that too, which, the miso, I talked about how that is very protective for our thyroids for different things. And, fermented foods, your pickles, your brimed olives, your sauerkraut, kimchi, stuff like that. Traditional sourdough bread, that's good for, different probiotics. So now the prebiotics, there's no live bacteria in that. That is more of a form of fiber, a food for our probiotics. So depending on where your health is or what's going on or how your diet is, you may need to add prebiotics as well, okay? So foods, I'll go over some foods that are good for that. And that's things like leeks, garlic, artichoke, peas, berries, bananas, kiwi, tomatoes, onions, oatmeal, flaxseed, wheat and barley. Wheat and barley, certain things like that, and the oats. Of course, always try to make sure those are non-GMO. You're not going to get any benefits from these type of benefits. If they have all those chemicals in them, you're not going to get the health benefits. All that stuff's been messed up. Things like chickpeas, white beans, black beans, kidney, and navy beans. Those are all good sources of prebiotics. Now, if you're incorporating a lot of these in your diet regularly, you don't need to take a prebiotic supplement. Okay, so that's where the balance is. But I talk, and I'm going to attach the video, again about our gut health and how everything is going to stem off of our guts. And if, the gut-brain bacteria, the gut-brain connection, and if our gut is messed up, we're going, we have all these other, diseases and ailments and illnesses that can happen. Especially this season we're coming into, I'm telling people, get your probiotics, know the difference. So, and fix your guts, fix them now. As, times keep on going, you need that right. So I will drop some information down in the description for you. Everyone stay well, God bless, and I will see you next time.